welcome to 5 Minutes With. I'm Greg Kirkham alongside my fantastic co-host, Thad Barnes. And today we're speaking with Jaclyn Strominger, CEO and founder of Leap to Your Success, and Brian J. Esposito, CEO of Esposito Intellectual Properties, EIE. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jaclyn and Brian.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much, guys.
So let's dive in. So for each of you, Jaclyn, we'll start with you since you're first in line here. What sparked your passion for getting started with Leap to Your Success?
That's a long-winded answer, so I'm going to kind of make it short. But that is my passion, and started with having a lot of corporate positions in my career that accounted for lackluster leadership, and I just felt that it was time to help everybody else leap to great success and become the CEOs of themselves, and take hold and have someone there by their side.
Love it. Yeah, and success and leadership all starts with yourself first before you can manage other people. So fantastic. And then Brian, same question for you, my friend.
Repeat the question for me.
No worries. So what sparked your passion for what your business, and how did it get started?
Yeah, as a young kid, I've always looked at the world much differently. I always went out and earned my own money, found ways to produce and create value, and I love helping people. So my journey started as a teenager building companies. Again, I loved employing people. I loved seeing my thoughts and how I strategized around creating value, and then having that apply to, again, being able to employ someone really connected with me, and seeing them utilize me to help them do better. So that's been something that's been attached to my ethos for over 23 plus years. In my private holdings, there's now over 110 companies. We operate over 25 different industries around the world. And it's the same foundation, right? It's creating value. It's going into meetings and opportunities, not with your hand out, but with how can I add value and help. And the domino effect of that is quite rewarding. And I'm blessed to be in a position now in my life where I'm able to say no. I think that's true freedom, when you can say no. And I only work with good, ethical, decent people with integrity. They have strong levels of empathy for people, because I don't care what the stock market is. The people are hurting around the world. And I'm proud that I'm able to be some component to help people succeed and create opportunities for themselves.
Love it. Yeah. And there's a common theme here between the two of you, right? Managing yourselves, and then you can teach people how to manage others, or you bring those core principles into the management of the businesses. For you, for instance, Brian, fantastic insight there.
Thank you.
I love that. There's so much synergy between the two of you. And I'm kind of curious, Jaclyn, we'll start with you. When you're working with somebody, what's kind of the one biggest thing that you want to bring to the table for them? Or what's the biggest game changer that you can bring to them?
God, there's a lot of game changers, but going back and being able to help people, it's really helping people help themselves and start with their, when we're looking at businesses, it's helping people really hone in on their vision and their mission and everything that they are doing to, as I call it, your achievement code, to bring out those values so that you can actually cast that vision to yourself, the people that you employ, the people that you want to attract as your clients. And so that is something that a lot of people write their mission statements and their vision when they start their companies, but then they kind of put it in a book and they forget about it. And so it's really about bringing it out and making it come into the forefront. And so that, every year it's a rewrite that, make sure that we're looking at that again, and don't just look at it once. It's like every 90 days, we want to measure, monitor, and adjust, as I call it, MMA. So that's what we're bringing to the table for people.
Yeah, absolutely. And Brian, kind of the same thing for you. When you mentioned 110 companies, what's the one thing you're looking to bring mostly to them?
Well, for me, it's turning things around. Like I get invited into companies that are doing great and how can I help them do better. That's fun and that's exciting. But what I really love is being a propellant for people to be able to say, I have something great. And I've seen so many wonderful companies with great IP, technologies, products, solutions, and services, people with great brains, but they don't have the right access. And it is unfortunate in this world, it is who you know, and nurturing your network and building relationships is so important. So for me to be able to come into companies that are struggling, people that have something great, but they don't know how to distribute it, and then be that extension to them to open up those worlds. And you see life go back into these founders, into these entrepreneurs or stakeholders. It's the best feeling in the world. It's basically my drug. When I could see people turn their lives around and be happy and feel fulfilled and feel this, again, oxygen back in their lungs, that is the best feeling. And I'll do that till the day I die. I'm obsessed with doing that for people.
Love it. Jaclyn, Brian, it is such a pleasure to have you on today. To learn more about Jaclyn Strominger, CEO and founder of Leap to Your Success, and Brian J. Esposito, CEO of Esposito Intellectual Enterprises EIE, visit dailynewsnetwork.com.